And we are live, y'all. Y'all tapped in. We about to watch a Joe Hendry concert.
Again.
Jada Parker and Roxanne Perez. Oh, I don't want to give the predictions yet, but whew, that's gonna be a slobber knocker. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that without a pause. We talking about Roxanne and Jada Parker.
And I'm okay with. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Yeah. The North American Championship over Femi and Tony D'Angelo. I like that match. NXT Championship rematch. You know what I'm saying? They going over basically the card for this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Chase U and versus Axiom and
I got
Frazier. That's gonna be.
Roxanne. I got Oba.
Kalani and Wendy Chu.
I got Chase U. I don't see many championships changing hands this weekend.
Oh, some championships about to change hands. There's
Kalani.
no more. Wesley and Zachary Wentz, the Rascals. Where's the third dude though? I don't know. He'll probably pop up and make his presence felt this Sunday at No Mercy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't imagine him not. Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, headline in the card. I love it. I love it. I don't know
I
who I
got
got in that
Wesley
one. I
on
got to think.
that one.
I got to think about that.
I got Ethan.
You got Ethan.
No way they sending that title to TNA. Absolutely not.
Yo, my man has his own section in Peacock in the WWE. Ethan Page ain't got no section in WWE.
I don't see it happening. We'll see.
Tokyo. Oh, hold on. I gotta turn this volume down because you know them boys will come and take your whole joint down.
I just got out of YouTube jail.
You know what I'm saying? They come and take your whole joint down. So
Shout out to
we
everybody
ain't
on
playing.
Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. We are about to watch this Joe Hendry concert on NXT. Then we're gonna get right into the recap. I kind of just did my predictions. Good show, solid show so far. NXT does good go home shows. So
Yeah, and I like it. I like. Oh snap! I got the whole volume on. I got the whole. We gotta turn all that joint off. Bang, 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 bang. Here we go. Now this is wild because I gotta listen to a show on silent now. We got the Helen Keller treatment. You got the
like
whole.
Mac
We're
Miller
gonna turn up
watching
a little
movies
bit.
on silent. Rest in peace to my boy.
Okay, here we go.
I believe in Archie Carter. It don't got the same ring.
It don't got the same ring. Nah. When I'm with Joe Henry,
I
see, this is good
believe
for
in
Joe
King
Henry. What up, Jess
HP.
Eric? We see you. We
Peace,
see you.
peace, peace,
Man.
peace.
But that match is going to be really good, and I think this is going to start the future of
The thing
NXT.
about Joe Hendry is you look at him and you think if you don't know his body of work, he's just a gimmick. But he it's like he hit a different switch when he wrestling. So
He's but so was Ethan Page.
you see, but I'm saying for Joe Hendry it's his bubbly poppy kind of thing. But when he hit that switch, he gets aggressive and like you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. And that's good too because
It's like
it's like a
Jekyll and
different
Hyde
gear.
type thing. The Jekyll and Hyde thing.
I think
Ethan Page is definitely interrupting this concert. So
facts. Facts. We're gonna share the broadcast, you know what I'm saying? Because who would I be if I didn't? You know what I mean?
this is a very TNA heavy show. Rosemary popped up. Joe Hendry's right here. You got the Rascals. This is very TNA heavy show tonight.
Rosemary, we're gonna get into that because I didn't see that coming, and I was happy but then unhappy with the result. But it is what it is. But at the same
Kalani got
time,
a target on her back. She might have the biggest target on her back in NXT.
I feel like that title might be just, you know what I'm saying, losing grip, on Kalani. Why my man got him in a chicken outfit?
Because that's what he does. Shout out to
Where he get
everybody
this?
tuning in and tapping in. We're going to get to this NXT recap. But if you don't know, we go live during the main event, watch the main event with y'all, then slide right into the recap. I'm the Archie Carter. That's King HP. We are Attitude Era Podcast, giving you new and live content 7 days a week, and we have been spreading the news for the past month, 2 months. We've been on fire. We got the Bret Hart interview out. If you haven't seen that, check it out. We got the new Booker
Definitely
T
gotta see
hot
that.
tag that we just put out. And if you didn't know, it's a celebration this week on Attitude Era Podcast. We have a interview with Sid Vicious, who recently passed away. We got the last interview. We were the last media people he spoke to. So we just doing a celebration for Sid this week, and we're gonna get into all that. But there we go. Just catching y'all up while we watch this main event
There it
on
is.
AEW.
Ethan Page has walked out. It's 10:02 as well, so it's about to end
They should
soon.
present him differently. They should present him more Miz-like, as in like all ego, like super egotistical. Like he needs an entourage and don't touch me kind of, how Lacey Evans used to have the gloves and call people nasties and all that. And
That might work. I
he
wouldn't be
needs to be
mad at it.
super like arrogant, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all beneath me.
I wouldn't be mad at it if that's how they try to present him.
Joe Hendry's
But
definitely a politician. Like I said, he's definitely more Homelander than Cody. Because when he hit that switch,
you're trying to embarrass me. I think they're actually gonna tear the house down on Sunday, bro. Real
yes,
shit.
it's either gonna be this match or Wesley and the Rascals
And
match that
Zachary Wentz.
they gonna
It's gonna,
cook.
it's gonna be. I forgot about that. That they even had that.
They
You know
gonna
what I'm saying? That
grandma Sunday dinner cook. You heard me?
hey, that's a good cook too. So you definitely want to be tapped
That's
in
some cooking.
for that. Yeah, that's a definite. That's a. And then I think with Ethan Page, it's hard to figure out, man, because there was even some what you call it? There was some talk backstage with Ethan. I'm not Ethan, Joe Hendry and Trick Williams. So it's like, ooh, I would like to see that too. So even I walked out at 10:04. That's wild. This is some Monday Night Raw back in the day shit when they used to go over 10 o'clock.
Oh, what's she about
I
to
have some
say?
things to sort out. She about to drop a bomb on her. I dropped a
I hate
bomb
her
on you,
aesthetic.
baby.
She does not draw eyes or ears, bro. I don't get it. I don't get the Ava thing.
Special ref.
Trick. Who we got?
Oh, 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 oh. Ah, oh, it's about to be nasty. It's about to be nasty work come Sunday.
Unless we get a
Woo!
Trick heel turn.
Unless we get a Trick heel turn, that'd be wild.
He loved them playoff 12s. I got a pair myself. I ain't mad at you, Trick William.
Trick counts to 3 while Joe Hendry pins him. Ooh, in preparation for Sunday. I like it. I like it. I ain't gonna hold you. Joe Hendry holding that title look a little different.
It's not happening.
WWE gonna go with this.
Not happening.
I, I think they can go with this. They have a lot.
You
Oh,
got to get
Gun done
Trick
walk.
back associated with the title some kind of way. See, we don't need
Ooh,
this
he done
dancing,
talking
shucking. We
South.
don't need the shucking and
Hey,
jiving,
who
man.
calling
Oh,
me?
oh. P. Doom.
I gotta share the broadcast more because people shouldn't be calling me. They should already know what it is. You should
He's
already know what it is, people.
doing the bruiserweight.
You should already know what it is. I can't even believe it. I can't believe my eyes.
Oh
But I ain't gonna
Lord.
hold you. Let me get that screenshot. Get a couple of these things. Boom. We good. We in there. You know what I mean?
Repost to send it out to the people in the Twitterverse.
We supposed to be sending out because guess what? Somebody done called me. They probably like, did you just see what happened? Man, do you see what's happening? You know what I'm saying? But on that note, you know what I'm saying? We're going to give you a little preview of some things that are dropping very, very soon. And when we come back, we're gonna jump right into it. So on that note,
Jump.
here we go.
This is DNA, and y'all checking out my show Top 5. You got a top 5? I got a top 5. But let's see whose top 5 is better. Good night. Good night.
Brr. It's cold food with the Archie Carter. A wrestling match, a return, a battle, something that you were looking forward to because you knew it was going to be hot. And when you got it, well, it wasn't. That's cold food, and I'm here to talk about it. It's cold food with the Archie Carter. Hey, waiter, this cold.
King HP, and here we're gonna look at wrestlers that couldn't get the job done. We're gonna look at it. Why didn't they win? What happened? And because it's near fall, we're gonna see if we can get them some gold. Remember, the referee's decision is final. Yes, sir. Yes,
Say his
sir.
name and he appears. I believe in King HP.
I believe in Mr. Archie. I couldn't even, you know what I'm saying, flip it. But let me ask a question because we are officially live. NXT recap. NXT just concluded. You just saw the trailers to things to come. This is the Archie Carter, the Southeast mouthpiece.
That's me.
King HP. We
Suns
got some
out,
things
guns
to talk
out,
about.
buns out. Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm in a silly mood tonight. I
yeah.
don't know what that means. I'm happy to be in a silly mood because I was very sad this week because Psycho Sid passed away. We were attached to him. I was sad. It's a celebration, so I'm happy. NXT cooked tonight. Psh, good
They did.
show.
I ain't gonna hold you. Hey,
NXT has been better than SmackDown. They on the heels of Monday Night Raw.
I was about to say that, like, hey, bro, how much longer we gonna have to keep
Y'all
saying
see
this?
the
Like,
yellow
hey,
hat. Y'all know what it is. It's the NXT recap. Shout out to everybody on Instagram. Shout out to everybody
Chef
on
Michael,
Twitter. Shout out to
facts,
everybody
man.
on YouTube. Shout out to our Patreon members, our YouTube membership subscribers, and shout out to you for tuning in. We about to get right into it. And Trick
Yeah, the match.
Williams is finally next to the title. Finally.
Yo, and I like how they just brought that back a little bit because I think it was the last NXT episode. I was like, yo, they just be forgetting like my man, you know what I'm saying? And nah, they ain't forgetting. They you know what I'm saying? We see you, Sebastian. Shout out to Sebastian. We're gonna throw you up on the screen, show you some love, you know what I'm
Peace,
saying? New
peace,
subs are
peace,
always,
peace, peace.
you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate the sub, man. Check out everything we got going on, man. There's a lot going on over here on Attitude Era Podcast. So
But
good shows.
I'm happy they found their way back home with Trick, that title. We were just talking about that match gonna cook, and now you done threw Trick Williams in the mix.
And what have I always said? I like my Tommaso Ciampa, I like my Johnny Gargano, and I like my Pete Dunne in NXT. Pete Dunne has been cooking these past few weeks.
I don't care where he goes, because as long as they continue having him cook, because he went to Raw and cooked, he went to NXT. So as long as they don't fuck him
Pete
up.
Dunne is one of the best wrestlers in that company, and I'm glad that he's getting some shine. I don't care where it is. I just want to see the shine.
Hey, and it's on both rosters.
Joe Hendry, though, Joe Hendry is like a phenomenon.
Yeah, I just want to see.
It
I think right
reminds
now.
me. I mean to cut you off. It reminds me a lot
No,
of
go ahead.
the Daniel Bryan Yes movement. It reminds me a lot of
Very
when
similar.
Zack Ryder got that Intercontinental title shot. You know, WrestleMania 1, and he had the whole "I'm the internet champion," woo woo woo. Like he took over. Like sometimes things happen organically in wrestling, and we know in the WWE they don't like that, so they try to put a cap on it. But this man comes from another company, so but you bringing him in with the buzz already. Like this dude is made.
So WWE is invested in Joe Henry in a way that not like anyone else. Jordan Grace did not get this treatment. Rosemary came through; she didn't get the treatment. But and I say that because if you go to Peacock, which is that holds the entire WWE catalog currently, Joe Henry has a section in there. So
There's some other investment we don't know. And if he pulls off what I think is the unthinkable this weekend, I'm more interested in this match than probably anything happening this weekend, to be honest.
yeah, I definitely
That's a
agree.
lot
I
to
think
say considering, Bash in Berlin, some interesting things going on. But first of all, just titling the pay-per-view No Mercy is fire. It's a throwback. It's an old attitude, everything, and probably one of the best wrestling video games of all time. So it's a little nostalgia there. I like when we get the nostalgia, but we get it with the new class of wrestlers. And No Mercy is going to cook. No Mercy might be better than Bash in Berlin.
yeah, I agree. I agree. And I think it might do that and be the better pay-per-view. Chris and Vinny, we see you in the chat. Is definitely about to we about to get into that because I think both of those things tie into
So
each
we
other.
just saw Joe Hendry concert. Ethan Page comes out. Ava comes out. Then she says you got a special referee this weekend, guys. Trick Williams. Show goes off the air. Cliff hung. Pete Dunne came out. Said, Trick, you still in my sights, bro. I ain't done with you. So
Uh,
we're going
the
to see what
bruiserweight.
happens. The bruiserweight. Pete Dunne is the reason why I got tattoos on my legs. Because I saw that bear on his kneecap, and that I thought that was just so dope. I didn't do the kneecap because that hurts. But yeah, so yeah, as a 30-plus-year-old man, I'm still influenced by wrestlers. So
Okay, well, you know what I'm
now
saying? We all have our influences. Speaking of influences, Lash Legend, and Jakara Jackson, they had some influence. They opened up the card. I wasn't
that's Miss Jackson if you're nasty,
Miss Jackson if you nasty. And
and
they
I'm
went up against
nasty.
Fatal.
That's Miss Jackson.
Oh, excuse me. They went up against Fatal Influence. And Miss Jackson if you nasty they didn't show out because they took a L. Fatal Influence, JC and
I
Phelan
said
him
this a few weeks ago. Lash Legend gotta start winning consistently. If not, she's gonna fall to that mid card. Then she's gonna fall to doing nothing because Lash Legend is one of probably the most improved wrestlers in NXT. And she was rolling. She was rolling. And
was.
now they kind of hit the brakes on her. That's the problem when you're tied to a group, you're tied to a tag. Like, we don't really know what Lash Legend is. Is she a single? Is she a tag? Is she part of this faction? And I think that's a weird place for somebody like her to be, but she's definitely one of the most improved wrestlers on the NXT roster. And Lash Legend got to start winning.
Well, right now they got a loser, bro. And it looks like it's not gonna change no time soon because she made a mention of that in one of the promos. So it's like maybe they will, maybe they won't. But right now, but again, just because you're the most improved, you got a deep ass roster.
It's deep.
So they could turn her
It's
on in
deep,
a moment's
and
notice.
they're bringing over TNA women, knockout stars. So that makes it even deeper.
Yeah. Yeah. You got access to a whole nother roster.
Plus, you have the resurgence of people like a Wendy Chu. Then you have a Mi Chin who pops up. So that you gotta that women's roster in NXT is deep and it's good, and we like it deep and good over here on Attitude Era Podcast.
So they
Wink,
they
wink.
spent a lot of time with Wesley today. I think we had like 3 or 4 segments with him, 2 or 3 segments with him, give or take. Either way, but that's what was next. Fatal Influence picked up the win. We got the Wesley vignette for the
Very
Rascals.
TNA heavy show tonight, man. Very TNA heavy. We closed with a TNA star. We had a TNA guest appearance tonight, and now we have Wesley and the Rascals thing going on,
Twins.
and they got a
Uh,
match this weekend, and that's gonna cook. That's going. That's
yeah.
probably gonna be the
So
best match of the weekend.
And that's saying a lot too, because people don't forget on Saturday is Bash in Berlin. So it's a heavy weekend for WWE wrestling.
Just coming off a great weekend because AEW's All In,
Fire.
Chef's Kiss.
In
Chef's
Wembley
Kiss.
Stadium. They showed out and showed up. They showed up and showed out. So
Chef's Kiss
WWE, it's
to
your
AEW.
turn.
We don't cover AEW a lot. I think I'm going to start covering. It's going to be Archie Elite's Wrestling Recap. AEW, get it, AEW. Think I want to add that to the mix. I've not talked to nobody about that, but I'm just going to do
Well, shit, you just
it.
talked to them.
AEW, yeah, AEW cooked this weekend. So
Yeah,
kudos to them. So it's going to be a great weekend. 2 good weekends of wrestling. I'm okay with it.
no complaints. No complaints, brother.
So after the
How
West
can you? You
Stadium
know what I'm saying?
vignette, what we had, HP?
Uh, Karen Petrovic taking on Izzy Dame. Karen gets a win. It was kind of like filler, good match though, but just like all right, we're just trying to build people up, keep their
Well, and
stories
that
going.
leads to last week when the attack in the parking lot and all that. So it's a
Mhm.
continuing story. NXT does that very well.
And you know what's funny you
They
say that, right?
chain link weeks to weeks, and then they chain link promos. And I don't know why they don't do that like main roster. Like main roster, let's say in the past it'd be like the whole thing happened with Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman, right? And next week they don't mention it. They don't even interact with each other. So I'm just saying in the past that's how it's been. But NXT does a great job of that chaining week to week to week. It tells a good story.
Yeah, and I think they will be telling a even better story because they got some things on the wings. I almost want to like jump ahead a little bit because we had a a Jordan Parker, a Jada Parker interview. I finally got it right. She's doing an interview. We get a little history. She went to LSU, blah, 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 blah. I got the soccer story. Okay, cool. Right. She had some good promo in there too. I thought, about the what she say something about the soccer player. I'm not a soccer player that wrestles. I'm a wrestler that used to be a soccer player. Trying to inspire, like, don't think I just picked this up overnight type of deal. But then it switches to Roxanne doing the interview. Jada says, you know what I'm saying, yo, I'll slap the taste out your mouth. Which is kind of some wild shit to say to the champ. She's sitting right there. We don't know Roxanne to be scared of anything. So Chris Leclerc, this getting back to what you was talking about, Roxanne not scared of anything. Bong! Taste. Yo, I swear I seen the morsels jump out the mouth, slap the taste out her, dropped her actually. Then
Hey,
Jada turns to someone that we do not see and says, "What? You want some of this too?" No, let me see if I get. She says, "What are you doing here? You can get some too." That was the
mm-hmm.
exact quote. And then Roxanne look up because she picking up her joints, and she like,
Tuck your teeth, Roxanne. We told Cody,
"Yo,
tuck your
tuck your
teeth,
teeth."
tuck your teeth. We don't
So
know who the
Chris,
mystery. Again, we just talking about how deep this woman's roster is, and this is somebody we don't even know who this is.
now Vinny was like, "You think they teasing Steph Vicure?" Yes, I definitely think that is who they're looking at because I don't think there's another. It could have been Machine. It could have been Kalani
If it
Jordan.
is
So,
Steph, that tells me Jada Parker's not winning that title, and they're setting up Steph and Roxanne.
yep, yep, because Roxanne has the long run, right? She beat TNA star. She beat Jordan Grace, which is something I did. You know what I'm saying? Title champion versus champion. Like, oh shit. So it's you don't want to switch it now, and then Jada Parker hasn't had a run, and then
Yeah,
you know
Jada and Steph won't be a bigger match than Roxanne and Steph because one, it's Roxanne. It will be Steph's debut on TV. She's been doing house shows.
she's been doing house show.
Plus,
Yeah,
WWE loves to lean into the backgrounds of the heritage. You got two Latinas going at it. I mean, new T-shirt alert. So
whoo, and they about to. But I do think the Jada Parker Roxanne match is going to tear it down. I think it's going to be a great match. But I'm
I
with you,
only
Archie.
said the Rascals gonna cook because of their in-ring chemistry. They like
It's crazy.
they have it already. Like it's like what they do in the ring. That's what they worked out with and trained with each other to do. So we gonna see some crazy shit from No Mercy this weekend.
You know, 100% agree. So that was my thing.
I
Yo,
like
I ain't
Jaida
even catch.
Parker though. I ain't gonna hold
I
you.
love Jada Parker, bro.
I wish I could plant her in the ground and grow a whole field of her.
Yo, my man looking for Jada Parker seeds. So if anybody got some of them joints,
Jada
Vinny,
Parker
if you know somebody
seeds.
membership, you got some Jada Parker seeds. Miss Parker, Miss Parker.
Miss Parker.
Mm-hmm. So I think Julia's gonna debut on the main roster. I don't think so. And the reason why I just don't think so is
Who?
because main roster is
Who
stacked and
gonna do be
stacked.
on main roster?
Julia, Steph
Oh
Licure,
yeah, I don't even know
you
what's
know,
up with her. I think she's had her last match. And I don't
Mexico.
know. I don't know how you bring some of these people in, especially women.
Bring him to NXT.
Especially
Same
women
way you do
who
do.
people don't
Just
really know.
bring him in the same. So people know Steph will get like the Joe Hendry kind of treatment a little bit. I think this is my expectation. If you do it to the main roster, it's got to be for Liv. Liv is the bigger champ. I mean, not physically than Nia Jax,
I
but
don't.
she's the
I
bigger
don't.
draw.
I don't see it being a weekly show. Think about how they brought in Jade. We knew Jade was there. They told us Jade was there. They teased Jade. Then they gave her the Royal Rumble appearance. It was something expected. You can't just certain people. You can't just pop out. And when it comes to the women wrestlers, a lot of the average wrestling fan doesn't know who these people are.
I mean, but NXT, you seen the pop Rosemary got?
That's
It
what I'm
went
saying. You
crazy.
have to take it to an NXT because if Rosemary was on Raw, that would have been like who?
Mhm.
And you
I can
gotta
see that.
think it's the TNA connection. So I'm
Too, yeah,
assuming the
yeah, yeah.
NXT fan might be the TNA fan.
I mean, that makes you kind of start wanting to watch TNA because you don't know who could pop up and you want to know who they are. I just don't like how I guess we're gonna jump right back into this. So Kalani was talking directly to Wendy Chu, you know what I'm saying? Um, and we get the surprise because Wendy Chu said, I got a special opponent for you. And I'm thinking, like, who is this? Because it better not be old girl Tatum
Tatum
Paxley
Paxley.
again. Yeah, so I
I
was
think
like,
they cooled her
okay,
off. They cooled her off a lot.
yeah, and out pops TNA knockout star Rosemary, who was like the
Multi-time
version of what Wendy
tag
Chu is.
champ. Like she's no slouch.
No slouch. Now, Kalani wins. I would have preferred to see her lose because we had this conversation a while back. I don't want to see TNA stars come over for big
No
pops
TNA
if they
star
lose
has
every match.
won yet in NXT, with the exception of Trick and Joe Hendry
Except
in a
for
tag match, I
Joe Henry
believe.
in the tag.
But
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's
well,
why.
Joe
Yeah,
Hendry won, and that's why he's getting a title shot. But
Joe Henry has his own section. That is wild. Like, and if you go on WWE on Twitter, they be doing stuff like promoing him,
you have
like
to.
straight up.
He's a big deal.
But they didn't. I mean, I'm not gonna say they didn't have to because it just
Joe
helped.
Hendry
You
and
know what I'm saying?
Jordan Grace are going to the WWE when their contracts are up. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lock. I feel like that's a lock.
Because what
Like
you
they're
do
doing
when you spotlight him in WWE, you boost his ego. You tell him you're valuable to us. And WWE money and TNA money ain't the same money.
it ain't the same. One jingles. Hey, what they say in Coming to America? We like the money. We like money that jingles, but we prefer the one that folds. You know
Fold.
what
That
I'm
money
saying?
fold. Hey,
So,
that Joe Hendry
yo,
merch alone in WWE would probably pay him more than he's making in TNA.
once his action figure drops and all that, oh my god, yeah, it'd be sick. We'd be done. We'd be out of here.
Joe
We'd be
Hendry
out of
in
here.
WWE would have been perfect this year because it's an election year. Could you imagine the promos and merch they would have had? I
You,
believe Joe Hendry 2024, like crazy merch.
you know what's a good matchup? Just off the slogans and the logos and the charisma of each character. I see you, Daddy Hunter. Joe Hendry versus John Cena. Get him up there so he gets the. Now I know the John Cena rub ain't been what we expected
Bro,
it to be
Joe
for
Hendry and
guys.
John Cena, Joe Hendry and Seth Rollins, Joe Hendry, Randy Orton, Joe Hendry, Kevin Owens. Like it because the guy can wrestle. And if we talking about just the I believe, it could be people we don't believe in you. Like then that's a split. That's like the whole yes, yes, no, no thing, just in his own way. Especially if Joe Hendry was like a dirtbag heel. You know, like Hulk Hogan. People say he was a baby face, but Hulk Hogan was really a heel in
You
real
know what's funny
life
about that?
and in
that-
wrestling.
you know what's funny about that dirtbag heel? It'd be perfect to go against Cody because Cody needs someone that can heat him up badly right now.
Because
Badly. Yeah.
Joe Hendry has the thing Cody doesn't have. It's edge. Cody doesn't have edge. He's too clean. He don't have that. Like I said, Joe Hendry's more Homelander than Cody. Cody's like the
I see a
deep.
couple. Co- Deep sucks, bro.
Cody's like the deep. Shout out to if y'all watch
Yo,
The Boys, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, then watch The
shout
Boys.
out to the
Really good.
daddy Ashley. She's saying Joe Hendry versus Priest. Vinny talking about Joe Henry versus LA Knight. I like that.
I'm telling you, Joe
I
Hendry,
like that.
he can be
That
he,
promo is going. They're out of here.
Joe Hendry, Gunther, stop.
Out of here. But
Joe
LA
Hendry,
Knight does a great
see
promo work.
this when you need an AJ Styles to pop up, right?
Oh yeah.
We don't believe. We don't believe. We don't. You know what I'm saying? That we don't believe you. We don't. Who are you? We don't believe you. That could be the thing. You know how Liv Morgan had the revenge tour? It's the I believe Joe Hendry. I'm making believers out of all y'all. Anybody that
Uh,
don't believe in Joe Hendry, I'll make a believer out of you.
you know what would be actually
It's already made, bro. It's already set.
you know it'd be crazy that you could use to like fuck with Joe Henry is the Wyatt Six. Just being like, there you are. Do you really believe? Do you really believe in your and this taking him down this dark journey? Like there's a lot you could do with Joe Henry. Get him on the main roster.
And then
Fuck
you know
that.
what he could say? He could say, "I believe, but I never believed."
Get the
It's over. It's over. And then that'll get and
never
Uncle How
believe.
somebody got in Uncle Howdy's head.
They say entrance
Crazy.
versus entrance. Jay Uso versus Joe Hendry. That crowd would have a sore throat pause just off the strength of that shit.
It's
Because they will
like
sing the
that's what I've
fuck
been
out of that.
saying. I always go to Enzo and Cass. I go to the Street Profits. I go to Karrion Cross. Like some things are perfect for NXT. Some things are bigger than NXT. The Wyatt family was bigger than NXT, and it translated right to the main roster. Enzo and
Immediately.
Cass right to the main
They,
roster. The
they fucking felt.
Sasha Banks CEO right to the main roster. Like some of that stuff just is already made. So Joe Hendry
Yeah.
is made, and I think WWE is gonna write a big ass check, and he will be in WWE when his contract is up.
I believe it. Zell, yeah, he was breaking off Starlight early and that was wild. That's some wild shit, the boys. But
Oh yeah, the Deep.
yeah,
Deep
yeah,
was
yeah,
wild.
yeah, yeah.
What was the octopus name?
I forgot, but he was in love with the mother. Yeah,
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
Deep. He went through it. He went through it.
Then we get some Oral Mensa, Alex King, aka the son of Brian Pillman, and
Lexus King.
they they be treading the line with as many people who have passed away and people's fathers who have passed. Um, in the company, whether it was Cody Rhodes or recently Roman Reigns, they made a comment. Oral Mensa made a comment, and I wrote it verbatim. He said, "For someone who lacks whatever he was saying, like they were going back and forth, and I really wasn't listening like that because I was like, I don't really care about this segment." But then he was like, "Well, that's interesting for someone to say who lacks a father figure." Man, Brian Pillman Jr. smacked the shit out of his ass, and
As he
I get
should
it.
do.
Everyone wants to be their own guy. But some of these guys, just like Braun Breaker, go with Braun Steiner. We know you as a Steiner. You do mad Steiner shit. You refer to your family all the time. You even did it yesterday when you said, "Oh shit, he cut an ill promo on Jey Uso." He said,
Nobody
"Ain't
from your
nobody your
family.
family beat anyone in mine, and you won't be the first." Oh shit,
You saw Zilla popped up, huh? You seen Zilla popped up.
yo, Zilla or Jacob Fatu, but I'll pay for both of them shits. That's big money for me. But um,
They're oddly enough, they're behind Ora Mensa, and
they are, they are.
I
And
don't
Alexis
I
King,
don't see it. I don't see anything in I don't see it. He reminds me of what was my man? No Way Jose. Like I don't see it.
no way, Jose. I
No
I'm
way.
kind of with you.
Jose. No way.
He's he's
Jose.
he's like
No.
the talent guy that you just keep. He's like your gatekeeper. If you can wrestle and have good matches with him, we'll push you forward. If you don't,
See, I like Noam
get
Dar. I like Noam Dar previously. The whole metaphor thing just kind of came together, cool. But Ora Mensa, I mean, I know knock to him. He's just not my like. He
hey,
doesn't pop off the screen to me, and there's a lot of people that pop off the screen in NXT.
who's more your cup of tea? 'Cause I know you're into chain wrestling, and there's some good ones. I know Pete Dunne. We know that for fact. I would
Right
assume Joe
now in
Hendry.
NXT or just in general.
We'll go in general. We'll go in general.
I've always said Dean Malenko is probably my favorite wrestler. Dean Malenko, Owen Hart, early Chris
Mm,
Jericho.
good
Again,
choices.
um,
Hella good choices.
Minoru Suzuki, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi. Like I like the strong New Japan style. That's why I like AJ so much when he came over. But you know, I like the slower pace. That's why I like Randy's style. Randy is a slow kind
You a
of.
Bret Hart
Randy's a
fan?
throwback. Randy Orton's a throwback. Um,
He's the last of a dying breed, man.
he's a slow, methodical. He kind of chains and takes his time. But yeah, I've always liked the chain wrestler. So and then the luchadors always kind of blew my mind what they did when I first was introduced to the luchadors in WCW.
I was not big on luchadors. I always, you know
Bro,
why?
Rey
I'm a
Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, Halloween Havoc '97. I think it's '96 and '97. Is one match I watch at least once a year. That's my go back to match.
yo. He said, "Where is almost? Almost is almost out of here, bro." That's a
Almost
fact.
is somewhere doing something that
And-
he's somewhere trying to sell his ring gear to Obafemi because that's who's about to take his spot. Ray
yeah,
Ramon tried to sell his gear to the fake Razor.
dog. I think that's funny too. And speaking of or almost and Oba. Oba's got a match this weekend versus Tony D'Angelo. He was the last Heritage Cup dude, and they had a little promo in the store. In the store, it was like a restaurant. It was like an Italian restaurant. Oba had the suit though, and Oba seemed more like he really runs shit. Like D'Angelo was like, I got the family, but Oba talking like I run NXT. I really feel like he's outgrowing that North American championship at a rapid rate. Like when I look at him and Kalani, I'm like,
Oba
who the
just
fuck is gonna beat Obafemi?
he has a presence. See, Omos was big, but he didn't have a presence.
Right.
Like what how they say Solo has no aura. That's the new thing now. Aura. What's your aura like? Like some people you just look at. That's my thing. Like I say with Aura Mensa, I don't look at. He doesn't grab my attention like that. But Obafemi, he's not just a big dude. He has like a presence. Like so, and then
Yeah,
that's
yeah, you
important
right.
in wrestling. That presence, because that's the Vince McMahon eye test. Oh, who is you? If you somebody asking you, who's that person? Then you know you got money there. Obafemi, he moves well. He looks good. I like what they're doing with him. I don't know how again it translates to the main roster because main roster is heavy with monsters right now.
Gotta send him to SmackDown. Do not send that man to Raw. You're
And we
asking
just
for
saw Bronson Reed kill Braun Strowman. So
matter of fact, this week coming up on Raw, right? I know we're talking NXT, but you mentioned that. They put out the last two Intercontinental title triple threat um tournament matches, right? One you have fucking Bronson Reed versus Sheamus versus shit, dude from Imperium. I'm about to fuck the names up. Not Ilya
Kaiser,
Dragunov, but yeah, Kaiser. Um,
love
thank you.
with Kaiser.
And Ludwig Kaiser. And that should be good. I have no idea who's gonna win
Bronson Reed
because
has to win that. On the tear he's been, if he doesn't win that match, that kills all the momentum of the past few weeks.
Do you think someone comes out to cheat him so he looks strong? Because otherwise, he's got to beat Braun Breaker and win that title. You see what I'm saying? It's like, ooh, why'd you put him in this tournament?
I don't
Because
know.
you don't want to, you definitely don't want to kill Braun, and we like what we did with Bronson's right now.
But he took out Brian, Miz, R-Truth, and Seth Rollins. That's not no. That's a list.
Not a slouch.
That's a
Not a
list.
slouch. And the other match is Ilya Dragunov, Dom, and I forgot who the third person is.
It's not Jay, huh?
No, Jay's already qualified. He's in. Jay's in, and Pete Dunne.
Dude.
They're
So
in.
does Jay Uso have to win this?
No, yes, but he won't.
I
He
hope he
is a
does, so
habitual.
Rikishi can get off Twitter.
He is a shout out to the podcast chief. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Jay
But
Uso is in a tough spot. Obafemi, he just looks it. He looks it. He walks it. He talks it. I think he gets ruined in the main roster though, because I
I
don't
want to hear a
see where
joke.
what they do with him on main roster. Oh, what you laughing at, man?
Zell, man, Instagram going. We got Daddy Hunter over there being funny as hell. Then we got Zell over here talking about fucking put Disco Inferno in the match.
Hey,
Oh shit, man.
Skull Fever. Yeah,
Oh shit, she done
yeah.
switched up. She done came over. Now we about to do everybody. We about to get all these comments in here. What's good, DNA? It's a podcast chief. Vinny, what's good? Yeah, she's back. You can tell us that joke, Ashley. We're the world is waiting.
The world
Um,
wants to know.
but I do think you're right. But here's the thing. I don't think you want to make Oba your NXT champion, but I think if you do, you're lining him up for some like just
That world have that NXT champion. It's a lot going on with that. You got Trick Williams back in the picture. Joe Hendry's
Mhm.
in the picture. Ethan
Mm.
Page, who just won it, is in the picture. Pete Dunne lurking. That's you throw Oba in
That
there.
that I want to see it all. All those matches cook. All those matches cook. And I
You had to put him in a cage.
has there been an NXT Elimination Chamber match?
I know they do the War Games. I'm not
Because that's
sure.
5 people. You just need one more.
That'll be NXT Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. Yeah. Or even be like, you know what we're gonna do at the next pay-per-view Bad Blood? We're gonna bring an NXT matchup. And the NXT match be for the NXT title, Trick Williams, Pete Dunne, Oba Femi, fucking Joe Henry, Ethan Page, and then they'd be like, yo, oh, and a surprise person. And the surprise person can be fucking Disco Inferno.
Know who it
I don't
needs
know
to
who, but
be? They need to get Carmelo back down in NXT if they ain't doing nothing with him on main roster.
I don't know what they got. They got him and Andrade doing something, and I'm hoping that goes to the U.S. title picture immediately following the next win or lose. But it's not because that's the fourth match they're gonna have. They're gonna go 2-2. They're gonna.
Again, I said unless it's a best of 7, it makes no sense. But so after the meeting in at the Italian Pie, what did we have?
Oh, Chase U vignette. They talking with they did a lot of vignettes tonight because Chase U with Axiom and Frazier. They're talking. They got that tag title thing going,
Chase U's
and
DG. They're not dropping the titles that fast.
I agree. I want Axiom and Frazier to get them back, but Chase U does look. They look good with the gold. They look good with the gold. They've been,
I would say Chase U could go easily the main roster and they'll be good.
who has the most momentum NXT right now that can carry the title and make it the most mean something. And that's from Zell. I'm gonna say Obafemi. Male side, Roxanne, keep it on the women's side because she's done it.
The most the most over person in NXT
Joe,
is Joe
Joe
Hendry.
Hendry. Yeah, Joe Hendry.
So I don't know. That's you would say it would be Trick if he was in the chase, but he's not in the chase.
Well, he did say tonight, him and Joe Henry, and when I win, because he said if I win, and then Trick say when you win, and um he said, yeah, I'll give you the first shot.
And Roxanne has had a good run. I think when Cora Jade comes back, they're gonna dump it all on her again because they love her for some reason. Again, but she's another small, tiny woman. And yes, Nia Jax can wrestle, Daddy Hunter. So
And she
I'm
can
a Nia
also beat
Jax.
the
I'm a
shit.
Nia Jax fan. Nia Jax was the right choice to win Queen of the Ring. She's the right choice to have that title right now.
I also think she needs a Royal Rumble win in her career. So I hate how all the big, like Kane never won a Royal Rumble. You know what I mean?
But he's
And
like
sometimes they use
eliminated
these.
the most people ever or something crazy.
Yeah, yep. And they do that type of stuff for them. They
Well,
use them
because you
as
don't want to see
spot.
Kane in your main event like that. Like I said, some people see now
Right.
that'd be a great spot for Obafemi, a Royal Rumble, and he clean house. That's what Brian Breaker did. Remember him and Brock? No, it was Keith
Nah,
Lee
it was
and
Braun
Brock
Breaker.
Lesnar. When Keith Lee and
Braun
Brock
did it this past
Lesnar,
year.
they got into Keith Lee and Brock Lesnar. Like Brock was ready to have fun with Keith Lee.
Some hey, big boys, big boys. You know what I'm
Big,
saying? We're gonna move it.
meaty
We're gonna
men
move it. We're gonna move it.
slapping
And
meat,
so, you know what I'm saying? We had Malik Blade. Pause.
unpause.
Yeah. We had Malik Blade taking on Brooke Jensen, worthless real match. I mean, I'm not gonna call it worthless, but Brooke Jensen is working under the guise of Sean Spears. Um, and they're just kind of moving that
I'm,
storyline to
I'm,
be
I'm
something, and
not,
maybe
I'm
one
not,
day.
I'm not. If you don't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Javion Evans and Brooke Jensen won that match, but
Young
I
OG,
don't mind seeing. I don't. The young OG had a match with Joe Coffey. He took a L. That was next. He took a L.
Joe
So
Coffey
Joe
can
Coffey.
wrestle though, bro.
Yeah.
Joe Coffey
I be
can
forgetting
go.
how young Javion Evans is and how fast he just popped right out the title picture. Popped in and popped right out.
Then it popped out. Right place, right time.
He was. He was. He was. Shinobi,
His
we
his
see you. What up?
frame,
What up?
his frame and his build is gonna be this Achilles heel in WWE. There have been a lot of people with his same body type and style, but unless he bulks up, what did Montez Ford do? He put on muscle. He had to. So that long, slim, slender frame, that's not a WWE frame.
No, you get broke.
And he's young, so
You're
we
not
don't
going to
know
be able to
we
pick
don't
up.
know what his body's gonna do, but because he's
He's
still
only
young.
20, but I'm be honest, you can't put him in there with people like even Kofi Kingston. Like people like, oh, Kofi got the run. He's been there for years. But did you really believe Kofi as a champion? Because I'm just like, oh, they're just doing this for. I don't know how long it's gonna last. It's fun. I like him being a champ. But every time he has a defense, I'm like, okay, okay, this might be the one. Like I expect him to lose it at any moment. I didn't expect him to get squashed by Brock. They could have come
You
whatever.
opened that
At the
can
end
of
of the
worms
day,
yourself.
at the end of the day, Brock beats Brock beats all, right? Brock beats all the champs. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, don't hurt your
Now
head.
he had a black Zell's already on what I'm on. Brock Lesnar will take the champ from it. Trick don't win no title on fucking the main roster because Brock is coming back for you. You know what I mean? So that's just how it went. But
I
you're
think
right.
that
His
that's the show,
frame,
isn't it?
huh?
Then we get to the main event, right?
That pretty much was it because the main event was the concert. They pulled this is the first time they didn't have an actual match for a main event in a very long time. SmackDown, that's a SmackDown move. SmackDown
Well,
has
they'll
not
have
had
like they'll have like
a
contract
segment.
signings and stuff like that. But for
Yeah.
Joe Hendry to be your
So
main event and it to be a concert, that's saying a lot.
but they did it, they set it up nicely, man. I was shocked that they even introduced a special ref. And now you just added more to the go home show, you added another level. And then you put Pete Dunne at the end, like, will Pete Dunne come out and do something to trick
NXT
to
is
make like it's gonna get crazy. You know, I like where that championship picture is. I like where the female championship picture is. Um, I like where all their titles are actually. The tag team titles mean something. Axiom and Frazier trying to get that shit back. That huge celebration they had for Chase U winning. That shit was like Lex Luger's joint when he won.
the
And they
Heritage Cup
so
means something. Both North American championships mean something, and you have
mhm.
people chasing the champions. Again, that's my issue with Cody Rhodes. He's chasing. He's looking for people to fight, and the people in the Kevin Owens. I don't want to fight you, bro. Cody Rhodes is a bully.
Keep your belt.
Keep your
Keep it.
belt. I don't want a title shot.
Yeah. But I like the Intercontinental title picture also. And then the US title picture, it's an open challenge. So they got like two of the same type of things going on where you don't know who's about to come up, who's gonna get that next level promotion. They make the titles relevant, but
It's
Braun
going to be
Breaker
a
could tell us
good
their promo.
weekend in wrestling. It's going to be a great weekend to end our celebration weekend. In case you didn't know, we are celebrating the life of Psycho Sid Vicious, Sid Justice this week on Answer Her Podcast. Tomorrow we are going live, and instead of dropping a double up, like we normally do, go check out the double ups. We doing a celebration special double up live tomorrow at what time, HP?
6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune
6
in.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be live. The crew, the gang gonna be here. So pull up and tap in with us as we celebrate Sid. And I think that's all I got for NXT predictions. We're gonna drop predictions Saturday or may do it tomorrow. We don't know. It's a lot going on
Well,
over here.
shit, we got to drop some Friday because Friday, one pay per view is Saturday and another pay per view is Sunday.
So we're doing back what Drake said. We do it back to back,
Back to back.
back to back.
We and then Friday, Friday SmackDown. So we got a busy week.
SmackDown, then PL is busy, and then that pay per view comes on like 1 in the morning, 1 in the PM, right?
No afternoon.
That's
I'm
what I'm
happy you
saying.
said. I forgot about that. Tap in.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a busy weekend for wrestling. It was a great weekend for wrestling. Shout out again to AEW. Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, Swerve Strickland probably had match of the year. I got to see my boy Will Ospreay
Probably so,
turn
coach.
up. It was a great all in. No matter how you feel about AEW, the entertainment value of their matches, yes, it's hit or miss, but they
Nope,
they
they was
cook.
hitting on Saturday.
They
Yeah, they
cooked.
was definitely. And hey Shinobi, do you think there'll be any future collaborations from different wrestling organizations mentioned on your podcast? Such as there's a lot happening now. Remember, Sasha or Mercedes Monet has multiple titles. One from AEW, and then the other from New Japan.
She had
The strong.
she dropped it, but she was a new yeah, she was a New Japan. She
Yeah.
had,
So, but she was showing that title on AEW. You see
yeah,
what I'm
they have
saying?
they
And then
work a lot of it's a lot of crossover with New Japan and AEW. Again, I mentioned Minoru Suzuki,
Mhm.
Okada's there. You know, that's Okada is John Cena in New Japan. That's a huge deal. Switchblade, Jay White, Juice Robinson, original, some OG Bullet Club members are there. So yeah, they do a lot of crossover with AEW and New Japan. Even Don Callis and what they had going on with his wrestling companies, all AEW. But
Yeah,
WWE, I'm not sure. I do believe this TNA thing is working well, but they let AJ go wrestle in Japan a few weeks ago. So there's a lot of cross promotion going on, even with WWE. And, so we'll see.
they got TNA. So yeah. Um. Also, make sure you guys check out the memberships. Uh, After this, I'm gonna go. You want to tap in and go live on the memberships only? We got a few of the members. I'm gonna definitely do it. So, if you're on here and you want to keep it going, keep it talking, you know what I'm saying? Keep talking. We're gonna Archie may not, but we ain't gonna be on there too long. But we
I
gonna have
don't
to,
know.
you
I'm
know what I'm
either
saying?
gonna tap in. I might hop on and get on the game for a little bit. Again, we do the game with the gang on Thursdays. Attitude Era podcast. We give it to y'all, man. We just giving up this week because again, like I said, I was sad. See, it made me sad. I ain't gonna hold you. So I
So
wasn't really too amped about watching wrestling this week, but it was things that got me out of that slump, which is one of the reasons I watch wrestling. It's a good. It gets the endorphins going. You know what I'm saying? It's especially when it's a good thing. AEW was great. Ricochet's debut, it was fire. He wrestles tomorrow night. So we got to check that out. There's a lot going on in the world of wrestling right now, and even at NXT, we have a couple huge women debuts that are happening. So we just don't know the when, the wheres, the who's, the hows, the whys, but it's happening. This next class in 3 to 5 years, we're going to be talking about a lot of these NXT superstars. How we talk about the class that gave us Roman, the class that gave us Dean Ambrose, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, the Four Horsewomen, like, because that class is, that they getting a little, a little older. Things are happening, injuries happening, people going to different companies. So the new school, I think Brian Breaker is the one that's leading the way for that. That new NXT blood, that new class, and I think he's leading that, and that's a great leader. It's a good person to start the wave. So, but if y'all don't got nothing else, we will be. You got anything else, HP?
No, like I said, Joe, go ahead and check out the membership. They got perks. You want a game with the gang? Go ahead and look at the perk that falls under a perk. If you want to jump into live, we're gonna go live members only here on YouTube. So make sure you get that. We can continue this conversation and whatever else may pop up. So definitely look forward to talking with y'all and getting back with the family. And tomorrow night, instead of a double up, instead of the double up, a celebration, as Archie said, a celebration. So tomorrow, 6 p.m.
G,
Eastern
you
Standard.
fat oaf. Sid said, "Hey, stop! Can we do that over? No, we live.
It's live."
Bro, so many good memories, man. It just sucks that people remember we had the conversation, and I said a lot of the young wrestlers don't know the old wrestlers. And I compared it to the NBA players not knowing, like Kobe Bryant and Shaq. KG and Anthony Edwards. Did you see what's going on with them?
Nah.
When KG was saying, Anthony Edwards said he don't know any of the old basketball players because he didn't watch it. He said those guys were not skilled. That's why when they saw Kobe Bryant, they were amazed. Kevin Garnett took offense to that. But that was my point. That was my point. That was my point to you when I was saying a lot of people don't know people's work and what they did contribute to the game. So I thought that was interesting that he openly said, I didn't watch it. But he gets 20-something-year-old man. He don't know. So that's why we celebrating Sid, and that's why we celebrate all the people we celebrate. We just dropped Booker T this Sunday. We dropped Bret Hart the Sunday before that. Then a couple Sundays before that, we did Sid. That's why we do the double ups. The double ups is where we talk about the careers and we compare the characters. The Sid double up is fire. Like all the double ups we have done. And if y'all got any suggestions for us, let us know. And like I always say, man, hit me up at @DArchieCarter on all social media and let me know what you got going on. Drop your links, send me your music, send me your pods. I got one guy in my inbox. He battles. He sent me his battles. He's fire. I can't call his name right now, but I have it next time. So send me
make sure y'all looking at the perks, because if y'all want to really get in and get follows back and all that stuff falls on the perks. So make sure you're doing that, because this way you
got
definitely.
It's something coming with DNA too. He got a couple things going on. Something he's gonna start doing weekly, but there's gonna be something we're gonna do after every recap, where we take the conversation elsewhere with DNA and the whole crew. Then we say the things in there that we can't say on here. You know what I'm saying? We really kick it, and y'all, it's just like y'all just getting in our conversations and everything. So, but you got anything else, HP?
I'm trying to figure out who you said was trash. But no, I don't.
I mentioned and he had some bars, man. Zell be on my head, man. I don't know.
Zell do, but definitely go ahead and get the perks. We about to step out of here because Archie had asked me twice if I got anything. I keep trying to spin it back to the perks, but we're gonna go on the members live on YouTube.
You ain't gotta spin it, HP. Just play the video.
I don't know what was
We'll
wrong
see
with
y'all
it. Well,
tomorrow, 6 p.m. We will be live. Subscribe, hit the notification button so you do not miss it. And we will see y'all in a little bit. You heard?
all right.
New and live content 7 days a week only on Attitude Era Podcast. Sunday, new exclusive interviews and hot tags with people like Bret Hart, Booker T, Kurt Angle, to name a few. Monday, it's the live Monday Night Raw recap. Tuesday, it's the live NXT recap. We go live during the main event, then we talk about the whole show. Wednesdays, we double up. Double Up is a series where we take one wrestler, compare their works, and decide which character was best. First episode was Razor Ramon versus Scott Hall. Thursday is Gaming with the Game. WWE 2K24 all day. Tap in and tap out. Come game with the game. Friday, SmackDown recap. Saturdays, if it's a PLE, well, we got predictions and recap after. And if something breaks in the wrestling world during the week, we do that too. So make sure you subscribe to YouTube and have the notification button hit because we can go live at any time.